time to talk about the Mac. We love the Mac. It's in our DNA. And it's the tool that we use to build our phenomenal lineup of products. Change. In June, we announced that the Mac is taking another huge leap forward by transitioning to Apple Silicon. And we promised that the first Mac with Apple Silicon would arrive by the end of this year. Well, that day is here. To tell you more, here's John.
We love the Mac, and our teams have been working tirelessly to deliver the best lineup of notebooks and desktops that we've ever had. Well, now it's time for the Mac to take a gigantic leap forward. To do this, we needed to develop a new set of advanced technologies. So for the past several years, we've had our teams working with the singular purpose of defining and building the next generation of Mac. And at the core of this effort is the silicon. We've been making Apple Silicon for more than a decade. It's at the heart of iPhone, iPad, and Apple Watch, and now we want to bring it to the Mac. So the Mac can take a huge leap forward with the incredible performance, custom technologies, and industry-leading power efficiency of Apple Silicon. And as we've said, we're developing a family of chips, and we're going to transition the Mac line to these new chips over the next couple of years. Well, today, we are incredibly excited to announce our first step in this transition with our first chip designed specifically for the Mac. And we call it M1. M1 has been optimized for our most popular low-power systems where small size and power efficiency are critically important. It is a stunningly capable chip, and it ushers in a whole new era for the Mac. Now let's get started by spending a few minutes on a deep dive into this new chip with Johnny.
M1 is a breakthrough chip for the Mac. Our approach with M1 was to deliver industry-leading performance and features while relentlessly focusing on power efficiency. As a result, M1 delivers a giant leap in performance per watt, and every Mac with M1 will be transformed into a completely different class of product. M1 is the first system-on-chip, or SoC, for the Mac. Let me show you what that means. Until now, a Mac needed multiple chips to deliver all of its features. It had chips for the processor, I/O, security, and memory. Now with M1, these technologies are combined into a single SoC, delivering a whole new level of integration for more simplicity, efficiency, and amazing performance. M1 also features our Unified Memory Architecture, or UMA. M1 unifies its high bandwidth, low latency memory into a single pool within a custom package. As a result, all of the technologies in the SoC can access the same data without copying it between multiple pools of memory. This dramatically improves performance and power efficiency. M1 is the first personal computer chip built using the industry-leading 5-nanometer process technology. With incredibly small transistors measured at an atomic scale, M1 is remarkably complex. It packs the largest number of transistors we've ever put into a single chip. M1 has a massive 16 billion transistors, and we use all of these transistors to give M1 amazing performance and leading-edge technologies. And our goal is to make each of these technologies best in class. The incredible performance of M1 starts with the CPU, which features two types of cores, high performance and high efficiency. Each performance core is designed to run a single task or thread as efficiently as possible while maximizing performance. We've been advancing it year after year. And now with the huge improvements in M1, when it comes to low-power silicon, our high-performance core is the world's fastest CPU core. And M1 has 4 of these incredibly fast high-performance cores. So multi-threaded workloads take a huge leap in performance as well. To handle lighter workloads more efficiently, M1 brings high-efficiency cores to the Mac. They use 1/10 of the power while still delivering outstanding performance. These E-cores are the most efficient place to run lightweight tasks and allow the performance cores to be used for the most demanding workloads. And M1 has 4 of these efficiency cores, which on their own deliver similar performance as the current generation dual-core MacBook Air at much lower power. And finally, M1 has our latest performance controller that determines in real time where code runs for maximum performance and efficiency. Altogether, the 8-core CPU in M1 is by far the highest performance CPU we've ever created. And more importantly, it delivers this performance at the lowest possible power. In fact, The M1 CPU leads the industry by delivering the world's best CPU performance per watt. Let's take a look. Here is the CPU performance and power usage of the very latest PC laptop chip. And here's M1. M1 delivers significantly higher performance at every power level. And at just 10 watts, the thermal envelope of a MacBook Air, you can see that M1 delivers up to 2 times the CPU performance of the PC chip. And M1 can deliver the peak performance of the PC chip while using just a quarter of the power. This is a big deal. What you are seeing here with M1 is extremely rare. When you look back at the single-threaded performance of low-power silicon in the Mac, gains in performance per watt have been very small from one chip to the next. But when we look at M1, we see a massive 3 times improvement in performance per watt. This is unheard of. Now, what about graphics? We designed GPUs that deliver the maximum graphics performance in the thermal envelope of each of our products. This results in a balanced system with a GPU that complements the incredible performance of our CPU complex. Typically, PCs can't achieve this balance with integrated graphics. To get great graphics performance, they have to use a discrete chip which consumes a lot of power. M1 is different. With its integrated graphics, we get the best of both worlds, incredible performance and low power. The GPU in M1 benefits from years of thorough analysis of Mac applications. It's the most advanced graphics processor we've ever created, and with up to 8 of these GPU cores, M1 is capable of executing nearly 25,000 threads at a time. From teraflops to texture bandwidth to fill rate, along with its incredible efficiency, M1's GPU is in a class of its own. Here is the graphics performance and power usage of that same PC laptop chip. And here's M1. M1 delivers significantly higher performance at every power level, with M1 delivering up to 2 times more graphics performance than the PC chip. And again, M1 can deliver the peak performance of the PC chip while using just 1/3 of the power. When it comes to personal computers, M1 has the world's fastest integrated graphics. Now, Apple Silicon is more than just a fast CPU and GPU. We pack our chips with powerful custom technologies. M1 features our most advanced neural engine. With a 16-core design, it's capable of executing a massive 11 trillion operations per second. The entire M1 chip is designed to excel at machine learning, and tasks like video analysis, voice recognition, and image processing will have a level of performance never seen before on the Mac. Finally, M1 integrates our latest generation secure enclave. It's faster than ever and brings best-in-class security to the Mac. So that's M1, our first SoC designed for the Mac. With its 8-core CPU featuring the world's fastest CPU core, along with an 8-core GPU that delivers the world's fastest integrated graphics, M1 leads the industry in performance per watt. And it has leading-edge technologies like the neural engine, Thunderbolt and USB 4, a faster secure enclave, our latest ISP, and more. With its unique combination of remarkable performance, powerful features, and incredible efficiency, M1 is by far the best chip we've ever created. And we're absolutely thrilled to bring it to the Mac. Now, back to John.
It is so incredibly exciting to think about the Macs we can build with the performance and capability of M1. The Mac has never had a chip upgrade this profound. But the silicon is only part of the story. For all Apple products, it's the tight integration of our hardware and software that makes the user experience so amazing. To deepen this integration on the Mac, we use Mac-specific software workloads to optimize the architecture of M1. And in the same way iOS and iPadOS are built to maximize our A-series chips, macOS Big Sur has been built to maximize M1. To hear how it unlocks entirely new experiences and capabilities, let's turn it over to Craig.
For the first time ever, we've been able to design macOS for our own silicon. I'm so excited about what this means for the platform. Our latest release, macOS Big Sur, is absolutely incredible on M1. Big Sur introduces a bold new design, powerful updates for apps like Safari and Messages, and the latest improvements to our industry-leading privacy features. And by designing the whole system together, hardware and software, we're able to make the things you love about your Mac even better. Your Mac now instantly wakes from sleep, just like the iPhone and iPad. Let me show you, but first, let's set the mood. How cool is that? And with M1, things you do every day, like launching apps, are nearly instantaneous. And Safari, which is already the world's fastest browser, really shines on Apple Silicon. It's now 1.5 times speedier at running JavaScript and almost 2 times more responsive. The whole system is distinctly snappy and system animations are buttery smooth. The sheer speed of M1, together with macOS technologies like Metal, deliver a huge boost to the most demanding apps. So you can render 3D animations or edit raw video footage with ease. Now, part of the secret behind this breakthrough performance is M1's unified memory architecture. We built macOS on Apple Silicon to use the same data formats for things like video decode, GPU, and display, so there's no need for expensive copying or translation. And macOS gives apps access to more graphics memory than ever, unlocking breakthrough performance for tasks ranging from color grading 6K video to playing graphically intensive games or performing real-time machine learning inference. Big Sur also features advanced power management, which intelligently allocates tasks between M1's performance and efficiency cores, automatically optimizing for lightweight tasks like reading a note or performance-intensive tasks like playing a game. So your Mac gives you quiet performance and even better battery life. When it comes to security, M1 represents a major leap forward. For years on iOS, we've worked to continuously advance the state of the art for computer security. And with M1, we're bringing this architecture to the Mac. This includes not only hardware-verified secure boot and automatic high-performance encryption for all your files, but also new security protections built deep into the code execution architecture of M1, giving you the most advanced security of any personal computer. macOS Big Sur is engineered down to its core to fully take advantage of all the capability and power of M1. And it does this all while maintaining everything you love about macOS. Of course, we've optimized all of our apps for M1, from every app that comes with macOS to every other app made by Apple. Apps like Pages, Numbers, and Keynote, and GarageBand and iMovie are showing us how great performance can be with M1. For example, with Logic Pro, you can run up to 3 times more instruments and effect plugins. And Final Cut Pro can fly through tasks like rendering a complex timeline up to 6 times faster. We can't wait for you to unleash your creativity. Now, macOS Big Sur has incredible technologies that enable you to run a greater range of apps than ever before. First are universal apps. Simply put, universal apps are the fastest, most powerful apps you can get. Universal apps include a native binary version built for Apple Silicon, as well as a native version for Intel processors. The two come together into a single app that you can download from the App Store or from the web, meaning that one app can run on all of your Macs. We're hearing a lot of excitement from developers as they get ready to launch their universal apps. For example, Omni Group is bringing universal versions of all of their great Mac apps, and Adobe is bringing universal versions of their apps, starting with Lightroom next month, and other flagship apps, including Photoshop, early next year. For existing apps that haven't yet upgraded to universal, Big Sur includes an amazing new technology, Rosetta 2. On M1 systems, Rosetta seamlessly runs apps built for Intel-based Macs. So even without an app update, you can keep working on that Fusion 360 project and get to the next level in your favorite game. Thanks to Metal and M1, some of the most graphically demanding apps actually perform better under Rosetta than they did running natively on previous Macs with integrated graphics. It's really incredible. The transition to M1 is also great for developers. M1 scales up the architecture that they're already accustomed to on iPhone and iPad, so they can optimize their code across the whole family. And these new Macs can do something that no Mac has ever done before. For the first time ever, you can run your favorite iPhone and iPad apps directly on your Mac. You'll have more games to play, more content to watch, and more apps for everything you want to do. All together, you get access to the biggest collection of apps ever for the Mac, and it's only going to get better.